Hi everyone, it's me, AMARIJASZ, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about cyber ghetto fashion. If you're interested, keep watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and stick around for more. In the early 2000s, fashion began to change drastically as the influence of technology seeped into nearly every aspect of our lives. While the 1990s were marked by grunge, minimalism, and the lingering influence of 80s excess, the new millennium introduced a futuristic, tech-driven aesthetic that reflected the rapid advancement of technology, the growing influence of the internet, and a general fascination with all things futuristic. From the rise of metallic fabrics and sleek minimalistic designs to the increasing incorporation of technology into fashion, the early 2000s ushered in a new era of tech fashion. This video will explore the rise of tech fashion and its impact on the aesthetics of the early 2000s, examining the cultural and technological factors that influenced this movement. Additionally, we will delve into the subculture known as cyber ghetto and its place in the tech fashion world. Finally, we will identify designers who represent the cyber ghetto aesthetic and explore how they have shaped this futuristic, boundary-pushing style. The influence of technology on fashion. 1. The digital revolution. At the turn of the millennium, the digital revolution was in full swing. The proliferation of personal computers, the rise of the internet, and the advent of mobile phones significantly altered how people communicated, consumed information, and interacted with the world. This technological shift also began to influence fashion, as designers sought to reflect the futuristic digital age in their designs. The idea of tech fashion emerged, characterized by the incorporation of materials, designs, and aesthetics that drew inspiration from the digital world. Metallic fabrics, iridescent finishes, and sleek futuristic silhouettes became popular aesthetic clothing that featured elements of functionality and utility. Tech fashion embodied the idea that clothing could be more than just fabric. It could be a tool or even a statement about the future. Futuristic aesthetic in the early 2000s. The early 2000s were a time of experimentation in fashion, with designers and consumers alike embracing the concept of futuristic aesthetics. The Y2K bug scare may have fueled the sense that the new millennium represented a departure from the past and an uncertain technological-driven future. This sense of impending change led to a fascination with all things futuristic, from the sleek metallic looks of early 2000s fashion to the idea that technology could become an integral part of everyday life. Fashion designers in the early 2000s embraced this futuristic aesthetic by experimenting with materials and designs that were previously considered unconventional. Metallic fabrics, plastic, and PVC became popular, and designers began incorporating high-tech elements like LED lights, reflective surfaces, and even electronic components into their garments. The result was a sleek, shiny, and almost otherworldly look that seemed to belong more to a science fiction movie than the streets of any major city. Fashion and technological fusion. The intersection of fashion and technology was further fueled by the rise of wearable technology. While wearable tech has become more sophisticated in recent years, the early 2000s marked the beginning of this trend. Designers began experimenting with garments that incorporated functional tech elements, such as clothing that could change color or light up. At the time, these designs were considered groundbreaking and represented the convergence of fashion and technology in a way that had never been seen before. One notable example of early tech fashion was the work of British designer Hassan Kalan. Kalan became known for his futuristic, tech-infused designs, which often featured innovative materials and shapes. In 2000, he debuted his remote control dress, a piece that could transform from a simple seat into a completely different silhouette with the push of a button. This use of technology to change the very nature of a garment was groundbreaking at the time and showcased the potential of tech fashion. Cyber ghetto, the intersection of technology and urban streetwear. The concept of cyber ghetto, while mainstream tech fashion often focus on sleek, minimalistic designs and futuristic aesthetics, a subculture known as cyber ghetto began to emerge in the early 2000s. Cyber ghetto represented a fusion of urban streetwear with digital and futuristic elements, blending the gritty, raw energy of urban fashion with the hyper-tech aesthetics of cyber couture. The term cyber ghetto is somewhat elusive and can be interpreted in various ways, but at its core, it represents a rebellious DIY approach to fashion that combines elements of tech, streetwear, and underground subcultures. Cyber ghetto is a response to the over-commercialization of fashion and a desire to reclaim fashion as a form of self-expression rather than a consumerist endeavor. It often incorporates elements of thrifted or repurposed clothing, as well as customizations like graffiti-inspired graphics, metallic accessories, and neon colors. Cyber ghetto fashion is heavily influenced by the internet and digital culture, with many pieces incorporating elements of digital art, glitch graphics, and pixelated patterns. The style draws from both the past and future, combining vintage streetwear silhouettes with futuristic details and distinctly DIY ethos. The rise of urban tech fashion. In many ways, cyber ghetto can be seen as the urban street-level response to the more polished, high-fashion tech aesthetics of the early 2000s. While designers like Hassan Kalan and Alexander McQueen were pushing the boundaries of what fashion could be in terms of technology, cyber ghetto represented a more accessible, grassroots approach to tech fashion. Urban streetwear has always been about self-expression, individuality, and pushing back against the norms of mainstream fashion. Cyber ghetto took these principles and infused them into a futuristic, tech-inspired edge. The style was heavily influenced by hip-hop and urban music culture, as well as the rise of internet culture and social media. In the early 2000s, platforms like MySpace and early social media sites gave rise to a new generation of influencers and tastemakers who used the internet to showcase their unique DIY fashion creations. Cyber ghetto fashion was often shared and spread through these digital channels, allowing it to gain a global following even before the rise of Instagram and other visual platforms. DIY aesthetic and customization. One of the key elements of cyber ghetto fashion is its DIY approach. Unlike mainstream tech fashion, which often relied on high-end materials and advanced technologies, cyber ghetto embraced a more hands-on, accessible approach to creating futuristic fashion. This often involved repurposing thrifted clothing, customizing garments with graffiti-style graphics, or adding metallic accessories and neon details to create a unique, personalized look. The DIY aesthetic of cyber ghetto fashion is closely tied to its rebellious anti-commercial ethos. Cyber ghetto rejects the idea that fashion needs to be expensive or exclusive in order to be meaningful. Instead, it celebrates creativity, individuality, and the power of self-expression through clothing. Designers who represent cyber ghetto fashion. 1. Hood by Air. One of the most prominent designers associated with the cyber ghetto aesthetic is Shane Oliver, the founder of Hood by Air. HBA, which was founded in 2006, quickly became known for its rebellious, streetwear-inspired designs that blended elements of urban fashion with high-tech futuristic aesthetics. HBA's collections often featured oversized silhouettes, bold graphics, and unconventional materials, all of which align with the cyber ghetto ethos of pushing boundaries and rejecting traditional fashion norms. Oliver's designs are also heavily influenced by internet culture and digital aesthetics, with many pieces incorporating glitch graphics, pixelated patterns, and references to digital air. Hood by Air's fusion of streetwear and tech fashion helped to popularize the cyber ghetto aesthetic and bring it into mainstream. The brand's impact on fashion can still be seen today, particularly in the rise of streetwear and tech-inspired fashion in high-end fashion circles. 2. Demna, from Vetements and Balenciaga. Denma, the creative director of Vetements and Balenciaga, is another designer who embodies the cyber ghetto aesthetic in his work. Denma's designs often blend elements of urban streetwear with high fashion, creating a unique fusion that aligns with the cyber ghetto ethos. At Vetements, Denma became known for his oversized silhouettes, deconstructed garments, and incorporation of everyday, utilitarian elements into high fashion designs. His work often features a DIY aesthetic, with many pieces appearing as though they were thrifted or repurposed. At Balenciaga, Denma has continued to push the boundaries of tech fashion, incorporating futuristic elements like LED lights, metallic fabrics, and 3D printed accessories into his collections. His work often draws from internet culture and digital aesthetics, with many pieces featuring glitch-inspired graphics and pixelated patterns. Denma's ability to blend streetwear and tech fashion has made him one of the most influential designers of the Cyber Ghetto movement, and his work continues to shape the future of fashion. Maureen Cyr. Maureen Cyr is another designer who has become known for her futuristic, tech-inspired designs that align with the Cyber Ghetto aesthetic. Cyr's work often incorporates elements of upcycling and sustainability, with many of her pieces made from repurposed materials. Cyr's designs are heavily influenced by internet culture and digital aesthetics, with many pieces featuring bold graphic patterns and neon colors. Her work often blends vintage streetwear silhouettes with futuristic details, creating a unique fusion that aligns with the Cyber Ghetto ethos. Cyr's commitment to sustainability and her ability to blend past and future aesthetics has made her one of the most exciting designers in the Cyber Ghetto movement. The rise of tech fashion in the early 2000s marked a significant shift in the way we think about clothing and its role in our lives. As technology became more integrated into our everyday existence, fashion began to reflect this shift. With designers embracing futuristic materials, silhouettes, and aesthetics, the result was a new era of tech fashion characterized by sleek, high-tech designs and a fascination with the digital world. At the same time, the Cyber Ghetto movement emerged as a response to the commercialization of fashion and a desire for more accessible DIY approaches to futuristic fashion. Cyber Ghetto represented a fusion of urban streetwear and digital aesthetics, blending the gritty energy of the streets with the hyper-tech elements of the internet and digital culture. Designers like Hood by Air, Denma, and Maureen Cyr have helped to shape the Cyber Ghetto aesthetic, pushing the boundaries of fashion and challenging traditional norms. As we move further into the 21st century, it is clear that the influence of tech fashion and Cyber Ghetto will continue to shape the future of fashion, reflecting our ever-evolving relationship with technology and self-expression. And that's my take on Cyber Ghetto and today's fashion world. I hope you all enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications. Stick around for more details on my Patreon. And I'll see you in my next one. Mwah.
Want more exclusive content and special perks? Join my Patreon today and become part of an even closer community. For just $4.99, my bronze members get a special bronze kiss badge, 2 live videos a week, early access to my new videos, and exclusive discounts on my merch. That's 65% off. Upgrade to silver for $9.99 and get member shoutouts, 4 exclusive videos every month, custom wallpapers, and exclusive GIFs and emojis to use in your live streams. Gold members, you get a custom emojis to use during videos and streams, plus a free birthday gift. Show off that gold kiss badge in style. Feeling extra? Go platinum for $19.99 and be subscriber of the month with shoutouts, a video of your choice posted, and a free gift with every new launch of merch. So what are you waiting for? Pick your level and join my Patreon today for exclusive perks and all the behind the scenes fun. Can't wait to see you there.